Hey everybody, JB here. So, this has been a day of, well, self discovery and frustration. I finally figured out what I want to do, and I'm not talking about in the future because I figured that out a long time ago, and it's kind of irritating to have people keep asking me that, but I guess that's kind of par for the course because people just feel the need to ask you about your future, even though you keep telling them that you know what you're gonna do. For some reason, they just keep asking you. I don't get it, but uh, whatever. I'm prepared for more questions, and technically, I guess I'll be excited to know if that answer ever changes. I know for a fact that it won't, but if something happens to where it did, that'd be pretty interesting. But that's not anything irritating about today. In fact, I'd rather have dealt with that than what dealt with today. It's just more school annoyance. Like that whole rule about you getting from one class to another, which could be from one side of the school to the other, within 5 minutes. Sometimes you don't know where your class is because you need to relocate because of reasons. And sometimes you just have things that you need to do in other classrooms. Or having your phone taken up, which didn't happen to me, but I saw it happen to someone else. Having your phone taken up when you need to call your boss or your parents, like just because the teacher says you can't have your phone out. I get that they're a distraction, but like if you have a job and you need to call your boss about something very important which results in you getting paid, or your parents about getting home, or not being home in time for something, etc., then the school gets in the way of that. But I digress. It's just I can't see how physical work is worse than this, because frankly, I'd rather do the mile run repeatedly during the day than this. Because at least I'm genuinely getting the physical experience rather than just being told one thing after another 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 thing. Is this getting annoying yet? That's how I feel. It's really tough being treated like a kid, but at the same time being expected to be an adult. You want to do something important, but someone says that you're too young. You want to do something childish, but someone says you're too old. Saying that there's an age difference. Saying that uh, you're too old for this, you're too young for this, even though you're at an age where you should be in a perfect position to do that thing that you want to do. It just kind of gets annoying and tedious. And there are people that help you along the road, but it sucks that there are so many people who choose to undercut you. They try to cut you down. They try to make it seem like your dream is worthless, like your dream is a joke. Without even knowing you, without even knowing what that dream means to you. And sadly, I'm surrounded by those people all day. Not only those people, but teachers who always use the excuse, I'm just doing my job, even though I've met tons of teachers who have a much nicer way of putting things. These teachers just go out of the way to basically say, I'm the authority around here. I am your God for the next 45 minutes. You do exactly what I say, or you can go down to the bigger God's office. It gets pretty annoying when school becomes a hierarchy, especially when school becomes religion. If you don't believe what we're telling you, then you can get out. and you basically don't belong because you don't believe what we're telling you. Even though I've seen many teachers who've been wrong about what they've said before and admitted to being wrong. And also another thing, what is up with the whole standard on curse words? I don't get it. I don't get it with parents either because they say it around you and they expect it not to be heard back around them. Like they say it to you, it's fine, but you say it back to them, you get grounded or a spanking or like I guess it just depends how old you are. Um, but regardless, it's the it's like the definition of a double standard. Like I'll say this to you and you can't say it back to me even though you learned it from me. I don't understand it. It's hypocritical is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying at all that the teachers curse. I'm saying that adults in general curse and whenever we say it back to them, they're just like, "Oh, where'd you learn that from?" It just the hypocrisy just gets hard to swallow. Sorry, hard to stomach. The phrasing. Sorry. Uh Either way, swallow because it's being shoved down your throat. Hard to swallow, I guess. Don't get me wrong. The teachers are at my school are, I'm pretty sure, doing their best to treat me with respect. But you know what's respectful? Treating us like adults when you say that we need to grow up, instead of treating us like kids when you say we need to grow up. How are we gonna grow up when you keep treating us like kids? And whenever we try to act like adults, like using adult language or talking about adult situations, we get in trouble. So we get in trouble when we're not acting like adults, and when we're acting like adults, we get in trouble. Does anyone see the problem here? That's a serious issue. But of course, it's not going to be fixed because that's just the way the world is. That's just the way adults are, and it's not changing because they don't want it to change. They prefer a world where they're on top and we have to claw our way to that very same top. And by the time we get to that top, they're gone. They're passed away and they've gotten their fill of feeling like they're higher than us. And I feel like I should label this video real talk or something, but no, I'm just gonna label it another Monday Night Talk because this is a normal day for me. This is the normal for me. You know, the worst thing is, I don't think any of what I just said happened today, besides the whole phone thing. The rest of that was just me talking in general. But I guess this was my way of getting things out. I don't know. Life's irritating. People are irritating. And right now, there's a lot going on in school, so I need to change things up pretty quickly. Or I'm going to lose my mind. Heck, I've already lost it. There's almost nothing left. The only thing left is my sarcastic nature and my cynical attitude. Other than that, it's just me falling asleep due to lack of sleep, just because I keep waking up in at 3 a.m. Even though I've gone to bed at 10. Heck, it's 10 right now. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna like wake up at 3. But I'm just getting used to it. And now I'm gonna be expected to turn in work, even though I'm really sleepy because I've just accidentally woken up in the morning somehow. It just really gets irritating. I just hate school. I hate a lot of things. But, I'll shoulder on. I'll just see What happens? See this face right now? This is my tired face. This is the face I've had all day, and I've rarely changed it. Because I see no need to change it. I see no need to put effort in something that I know is ultimately pointless. Or that just feels repetitive, or just flat out annoying or embarrassing, which is basically 90% of what I do in school. The work is repetitive. The action that you need to take to certain objectives are embarrassing. And dealing with people is annoying. That's my school day. That's 90% of my school day. I guess the other 10% is either when I'm at. No, the other 10% is the ride home. And sadly, that's a lie too, I guess, because that's just annoying just because I have to deal with all the kids screaming and yelling is they just won't stop. Whatever, that's my day on a general basis, but just another day. I guess I should probably make more of these Monday night talks just because I guess people for some reason care what I think. But, thanks for caring what I think. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for being subscribed, and I guess just thanks for being here. JB out.